or perhaps will outlane Gaming Gladiators, it's got to be them.
Yeah, but BB team, they're coming off of a very, very hard loss in the Team Spirit series.
Probably one of the hardest losses they have ever received and maybe ever will receive.
Yeah, and I mean, it adds insult to injury that it is Team Spirit, you know, from the same region. The fact that Toronto Tokyo used to be on their team. The fact that they were up for 95% of the entire series and somehow lose 2-1. Let's see how they respond, because we talk time and time again about how they have the propensity to tip. Or
I hope,
tilt.
actually, for them that they don't get too much deja vu, because 4 of the same heroes they had in the game last night, they have it here.
That's
the
true.
only hero that's different is GPK's Puck. I think that was an Ember Spirit yesterday. I'm not sure, but the other 4 picks were picked in the exact same order as getting into the laning stage.
I mean, I can't blame them, because they were leading, like I said.
They were owning
most of the series. Gaming Gladiators starting off with 3 out of the 4 bounty runes, so already a pretty good start for them. I am looking at Pure and his axe, because it's been 2 games that we've seen him personally in this tournament play, and in both, even if they lost, he was a complete monster.
I actually think at Dream League he did it too. So we've seen like 3 or 4 of his games where he always has a good lane, then he just snowballs, which is maybe also another reason why Gaiman opted for like a more aggressive laning carry with the Monkey King to maybe nullify some of this early tempo that BBT always have from their lanes.
And we'll see how the laning stage goes here for BB team. We talk about it all the time that they are quite possibly the best laners in Dota, as Ace getting chased by Toronto Tokyo, and that's going to be first blood for the Undying. Plenty of mangoes to go, still with a blood grenade as well.
That was without even the meta. Like, Reflection is such a disgusting spell nowadays. You get all the Ks going, Reflection with the blood grenade slow. I mean, it didn't even look like it was going to be a kill, but they just barely get to squeeze it in.
So that's going to put Ace at the disadvantage. And one thing that we should mention, that we kind of do every single time we cascade, is the fact that Ace is in some ways their carry, because he gets so much farm, he takes a lot of stacks. But Doom is not a hero that takes stacks well. Of course, he will get farm because he'll likely go Midas, but I mean, does that change anything for Gaming Gladiators? Because that feels like it's just something that's almost inherent as part of their normal strategy.
I think it wouldn't change too much as Save does have the Taser skill, so making some good, you know, some space to maybe try and survive.
Duracho has the Boundless though, so we'll put that exit on Ace.
Oh, level 2 little Shredder, I like that.
Okay, all right.
Just get the Tomb out of the way. As for Ace, I mean, they don't have the best stacking killing capability. I mean, you have Pango, but, you know, Ancients won't really be killed too much as Ace. He's going to be top of the network just like every single game that this team plays.
Yes, that is definitely the standard. Mid lane, GPK is playing the Puck, and of course, Quinn has been playing a lot of Pango.
Throughout the entire year.
Yeah, that's true. Throughout the entire year, because Pango is still very viable. But 18-3 for him versus a 13-1 for GPK, so Quinn off to a pretty good start in the lanes.
It's also just like one of his best heroes as Lotus is coming out.
Who's gonna get with the Toronto Tokyo. He wins the battle against Ace. Faster clicker.
I mean, it matters a lot in this lane, because when they put you down to like lower HP, or they need to kind of pop the meta and the Tomb to kill you. So if you're the ones getting the Lotus, it might be the difference as to why you do actually stay alive. And if we look at the CS right now on the side lanes, Gaiman are not at all enjoying their side lanes.
No. And Ace might even die again here. Toronto Tokyo slowed up a bit. Decay coming up shortly. Doesn't have any other items though. He does not have a blood grenade. It's literally one lonely sentry. So it'll put his pursuit to an end. But yeah, like you said, 12 CS for Duracho. And we can see on the other side, 20 and 8 on the side of the TV for BB team.
I mean, also for Pure, once you get closer to some Vanguard, he has boots queued up for now, so maybe he wants to go phase boots and like just maneuver more around. They're just doing really well up here.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Sticky Bomb, not going to latch here onto Duracho, but they are doing their best to make sure that he has a miserable laning experience.
He's just a lot of creeps. Like, look, even like just one of these next range creeps, he can't really contest it. It's going to be a free deny. Poof. Going to take that. It's Duracho. Going to get himself at least some very needed CS here, beyond the tower.
But there has to be some PTSD with BB Team, or the fact that they win their lanes so hard, and then when they try to go high ground, something goes wrong.
Yeah, I mean, this team's problem is certainly not the laning stage. Like, that is the least of their problems. It's more like mid-game, how do they move, how do they really make it work? Because after the loss yesterday, I hope that they were able to speak a little bit about what they don't want to have happen in their future games.
No. And Ace, still only level 3 right now, is Nightfall getting basically everything that he wants. I mean, the one lane that is going extremely well is the mid lane, which is super important for Gaming Gladiator. Well, important for both teams, I guess, but more so for GG because they are kind of losing these other lanes.
I mean, generally, it is going to be through Quinn where they speed up the game. The Celery comes bottom.
Yeah, 3 members of Gaimin are here.
Very tanky.
Try to take out this very okay, they actually only get the
Tombstone
nuke because Ace is just taking massive amounts of damage. We'll get off the wand, they kill the Tombstone, but it looks like the meta is too much for him to handle. So second death for the position 3 Doom. As meanwhile, top lane, Pure is, I was gonna say, Dyrachyo is trying to push him out of the lane, but Pure does not give a crap at all.
Yeah, Dyrachyo is going to be able to apply some more pressure in this lane, but we touched on Quinn earlier, and it is very important for him to be winning this lane. I do think Pango does beat Puck a little bit, as Puck very low armor hero, so you go to Blightstone, Orb of Corrosion, Swashbuckle, you can kind of push forward. As now first rune of the game is very important. We'll be able to get it as GPK goes for the 50-50. Loses out.
Yeah, of course. It is Quinn, so he will get the power rune, as he always does.
Gaben is always watching, and he will decide where the rune spawns.
That's correct. Pure. Getting gone on a bit here. Celery. Try to back him up here, but...
call in the tower.
Call under the tower, doing a decent amount of damage, but with the Jingu stacks from Dyrachyo, doesn't have balance for another 20, so... We'll have to get the full heal, but still we'll be able to get a decent amount back.
I need to stress on Ace's CS. He's got 11. This could be a pulse for Doom, as he's in a lot of trouble.
He's gonna get gone on again, save with the body blocks. They have the blood grenade still activated. Toronto Tokyo decay, but here comes a TP. Oh, it's gonna get canceled. Like, yeah, we can't help you anymore. Sorry.
Yeah, you're dead, brah.
You're donezo. Ace.
This is 10 seconds before the Wisdom Rune. Oh,
that's
true. Timings.
That is true.
Yeah. GPK did cancel the TP with his coil, so nicely done by him. At least for Gameman. If they do lose this Wisdom Rune, which, well, they are.
Celery gets the other one. So.
Gets the trade. A very needed rune here.
Absolutely. Pure. Okay, now he's taking some pretty considerable damage. Gets off the call. Trying to get to the cover of the tower, but the balance strike is there with the full Jingu stack. The TP not going to be in time. Dyrachyo is a ranged hero temporarily on the Monkey King.
The melee attack range from Monkey King, of course, outranging heroes such as Luna. Very nicely done. Somehow. Sneaking that one in.
Looks like he's going for Hand of Midas this time around.
Yeah, we've seen that more and more. I think it's just maybe these first items on Monkey King, they just feel awkward and it just allows you to scale more nicely. So
I mean, I don't know what it is, but when you're going against an Eastern European team, I think you can just say, we're gonna go late game.
Yeah, like we ain't...
Let's prepare.
As at least, you know, they're doing pretty well in this top lane. Like, generally speaking, we see Pure own as... Look, he's forced into the mid lane. Like, he was around just battle-hungering Quinn here, so... It's definitely not what BBT want out of their offlaner, at least in the start.
They actually put a coil down, trying to get this rune. Looks like it might go to GPK. Yep, he's actually going to snap it from Quinn's side, but the lift is too late. 4 members of Gaming Gladiators here trying to punish this as GPK looks like he might be taking up the roll. No, he does not. Oh, no.
Oh, he's actually got him.
The Fade Bolt comes out and saves Quinn because he found a random corner in the terrain as Toph getting a cookie onto the low ground. Looks like he's going to survive. Toronto Tokyo not going to be so lucky. So in the end, it's a 2 for nothing. Well, it's not the end yet because Save, well, he has the taser coming out, but Quinn, monstrous start in the laning stage. Double kill on top now. And I actually thought BB Team were going to get away with everything there, but they lose 3, so
no, this is the GG special that maybe they also learned a little bit from when they played against Liquid. They always play around Quinn. Dyrachyo, he reinforces with his Monkey King to even get all of these kills, and honestly putting them in a very good position in his early game.
Pure getting some backup now in the form of Toronto Tokyo and Save. Finally finishes his Vanguard, actually kind of late. Did go for boots first, though. I guess against the Monkey King, kind of have to do that.
They're probably going to look for some stacks also to speed up his game, as he is 1 creep off level 6, so...
Precious bounty.
Not the easiest for them to go for some return kills here, I think, onto Dyrachyo. Just kidding, he's not even here. It's just Celery, chilling, receiving some XP.
There is a bit of a rotation here. As dota2 now on the tree. Here is pretty low, despite having a Vanguard, still is killable. Blood grenade from afar.
Oh, nice dodge.
The blast up. It's only going to hit the Rubick though. Looks like Pure will go down too.
Two is that again?
dota2 stun. They take out the Tombstone and Toronto Tokyo after the fact. And save. I feel like we've literally seen this before, except this time it will not be a double kill for Pango. It'll be a double kill for Tofu instead.
I think generally we don't see B plus B team be behind even at 10 minutes. Can we pull up how many tombs have been killed by Tofu? I feel like my bro is getting pretty fat in this game. As a matter of fact, he's out farming Ace on the offlane.
Yeah, that is 4. All 4 of them.
550 gold. He's just little shredding them to the bits.
Damn. Very nice.
Oh, looks like a free kill will be obtained. Reward.
I mean, still. They got so much out of this last engagement. Gaming Gladiator is going to be pretty happy with this.
Oh, that's also a Midas. Like the dota2, right? His Midas is coming out, right? Like him being in these early moves, getting a couple kills, even with only 39 CS. The fact that he gets to push forward his Midas is incredibly important for them.
Gets the free neutral, of course.
The broom handle.
Nightfall
lacking on the range.
That's true. Nightfall not too far behind Quinn in the network
Radiant
department.
are scanning.
Basically the same farm as dota2 as well, but we can see the 1,000 gold discrepancy is the big part here between the two mids.
I mean, this, like the mid disadvantage that you talk about, and now them smoking up 11 minutes. They have ults available on Snap, as looks like Mr. Nightfall does know that something may be coming his way. They're pinging him though. They know exactly where he is.
Yeah, BB team have been pretty good at sniffing these out ahead of time, and you can see, man, just a sixth sense for this.
He knows
stuff. A little bit better position under the tier 2, but Quinn, not sure if he's going to spot it or if he even wants to go. There is a shield rune activated on him though, and they might have to settle for Toronto Tokyo, who is hugging this tier 1 tower for dear life. Swashbuckle mostly misses, but it's not really going to matter too much as Toronto Tokyo will drop.
Oh, just a pretty easy kill. Quinn with the 2 supports just kind of owning in this early game, setting forward the tempo for his team, allowing Ace to recover, which honestly he really needs the space.
Amazing. Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, illusions are up. GPK is going to get lifted, but will eventually be able to grab the power rune. I think that might be the first power rune for Bebop team in this game.
They had the first 3 power runes on Quinn, who is of course the rune master. The Rancher looks like he's going to be queuing up the Maelstrom, so give yourself some more scaling and also mixed damage and some countering to the TB. Safety bottom.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't died in a while, so his due as Mortimer's Kiss is coming from Tofu onto Nightfall, forcing him back, and Save will be able to get dropped. So a nice rotation overall. Another tombstone for you, but the coil is there onto Quinn. He gets a swashbuckle off, but not able to find enough distance to get away.
Oh, what they cut
down the tree of dota2. He's shown up for some reason. Gets the balance onto Tofu TPing out, but now they found a juicier kill on the Monkey King if they can find him. And a Waning Rift is there. Double kill for Nightfall. And my goodness, Gaming Gladiators completely punished for this overall rotation. Toronto Tokyo just chilling on the cliff.
I can't believe they got to turn it around so nicely. Because even with the Mortimer's Kisses here, I felt like, okay, BBT gonna have to back up, but they just reinforced. GPK is coming above as well, and Save dealt so much damage at the start of this fight.
Yeah, that coil put this fight to an end, essentially.
Oh, this kill on Quinn is so big for Nightfall. What? So they had the high ground ward, but then they get to cut off the dota2? My goodness. As Toronto still chilling on the cliff.
That means he kind of likes his position. Good tombstone spot.
Just cosplaying the ward.
He does have a TP. Yeah, finally we'll use it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Nightfall now way ahead in network on this game. There was Quinn kind of at the top, but now positions
dagger reveal for Pure, by the way. Gets off the call onto a bunch of creeps. They're going to get destroyed super fast here with the illusory orb from GPK.
What a sick
minute rune comes up, and it's a double damage for Quinn.
And we are getting the Midas on Ace, so we have a double Midas on Team Dire. And they're gonna have to push out some lanes and maybe go for a similar smoke again, where he probably maybe tried hitting both and he just hit none of them.
Yeah, I think this is actually a good strategy from Gaiman, the double Midas we talked about.
Just gotta get to 60 minutes.
Yeah, Bebop team, they're not they're not a team that wants to push early. At least not typically, unless they're just absolutely dominating. Even when they're dominating, it feels like they're just very content with getting map control, getting Roche, methodical kind of play.
Yeah, I think they're a very efficient team. They want to get everything out of the map, and then because they did that, that's when they go for moves after. As Tofu, Mike, this guy's getting so much gold from just observers and tombstones. He's close to 5k net worth at 15. He's got a mech with the arcanes. So maybe you want to get in this type of Guardian Greaves, just really help against the initial jump from Bebop team.
And Pure, we get some nice juicy stacks going for the Blade Mail, so very typical build. We've been seeing him go for, I want to say BKB, sometimes Boots of Travel, and the Aghanim Scepter. We'll see if he changes it up at all.
Yeah, that's generally been his build, right? Exactly this, Blade Mail, than what you've been saying. And it looks like, okay, with what Game are doing, looks like they want to smoke, but Nightfall did ping out mid. I think they made it quite obvious that they are smoking down bottom, so BBT, they should be seeing this coming.
The meta pop, pressuring the tower a bit. Fortification comes out as well, as you can see the wraparound, but they find dota2, and he is just dead right off the bat. Are they going to still want to fight is the question.
Roll in the back.
Looks like that's a yes. Gets the Rolling Thunder off. Not able to find an initial connection. Finally gets Nightfall, but GPK easily fades away. There's the coil with the initiation coming out as well. Decent swashbuckle, but I mean, without their Monkey King, this might have been a disaster here for Game as they stick around. They lose their Doom.
Silence.
And Quinn getting to the other side, but actually not able to make it to the high ground, so the Illusory Orb will spot him, but without much mana from GPK, that might put this fight to an end. So Basketball team able to come out on top pretty easily after killing off dota2.
That was a very back and forth, but this lane ward from BBT that scouted out dota2, I guess, and then just they cut him off the tree. Like, what a nice way for them to start the fight, because as we said, Game It, they were coming around in the smoke, just a little too late.
Well, 2K lead for Game It. I mean, we are 17 minutes in. Is it too early to talk about
Roche?
I mean, there's,
No, Roche is on the deck. Like, you have Radiant lineup, they have TB and Undying, and Toronto Tokyo. He is the king of either buying drums or Medallion Solar Crest. So he's going to help his team speed up killing the big bad boy demon that gives you an Aegis. And Nightfall himself going up for the very early BKB here, which is honestly a much needed item when you play into Snapfire, Doom, and Pango.
Top tower is under attack.
I typically do not see it that early, but he is top net worth. He can do whatever the hell he wants. And certainly the scare is here to go against. I mean, despite him being top net worth, the Game Men are the ones leading the game.
Well, not too far, but at least all of the cores are doing very well. Honestly, this entire net worth lead, it's just on the... It's literally just Tofu compared to Save. The entire lead is just right there. Yeah, it's on your Snapfire.
And this is, we were talking him up, Pure. This is the first time he has not completely dominated the early game. We'll see how big of an impact he's going to be able to have.
Yeah, he's actually got 0 stacks on the Culling Blade, so he's going to have to wrap it up later. Going to have to look for some couple good fights to celebrate the Stolen Mines.
Yeah, those are always super annoying, but GPK gets the Waning Rift, phase shift, gets the coil onto 2. It's going to be a trade for supports.
And Save just exploded. Celery gets a turn kill. Blade Mail is completed after all of it on Pure. So they may be able to look for a play. I mean, there's 2 more minutes left in order for BBT to maybe look for this Roche on the Dire side. So if they can take the top tier 1 tower and then force a fight there, I feel like they would be very happy about that position.
When already halfway to his Aghanim Scepter.
Jesus.
He is mega farmed this game. And I feel like ever since he mentioned that he feels like he's been underperforming at this tournament every single game since, he has, which I guess
he said that?
A couple, yeah.
I must have missed that one.
Well, ever since he said that, he has been absolutely trashing everybody.
Well, kind of makes sense, as he's one of the best mid laners in the world, and showcasing that here. I mean, he's even got an Arcane Rune for one of the next fights, but BBT find themselves probably one of the best timings here that they could go for. I don't really see Gaming being able to contest that.
Yeah, they've been pretty consistent on taking the early Roches. Yeah. It's definitely part of their inherent strategy when drafting. The Flesh Golem with Tombstone able to help out quite a bit.
Oh, Blink Call onto Ace.
He does get off the Blade Mail as well, but Save Yeah, they're not going to pursue any further than that. TPs are coming in. So let's see what BB team are able to do with this Aegis now onto GPK. As, ooh, an Octarine.
Arcane Reservoir.
Okay, man, this
more gold.
What? It's so greedy. Everyone's being so greedy.
No, everyone just wants more gold.
But he doesn't even have Blink. He just took apart his Vanguard.
He just wants to print that money. He wants to increase that net worth lead, as Team Boombox might be having a different idea. Illusion Rune on Axe, take it. Come on, man. Dude, if I'm an Axe, I really want that rune. 8 million gold going into your bank, but GPK with this Aegis, with the bottled up Illusion Rune as well, I feel like we're about to see him just go ham in one of these next fights.
Yeah, potentially.
Tormentor time.
Dyrachyo is gonna hit it once and forget that his team is not there, not solo it. Unfortunately for him and the viewers.
He won't know until he tries it, so maybe he should.
Hey, you never know. Maybe it was hot fixed.
Maybe it's bugged. Gaming.
I mean, there have been some changes that were not in patch notes, to my understanding, like the Sunder through BKB that initially did work.
Yep. Unlucky
Apparently
for you.
It does not.
We're on to Tokyo.
Yeah, he's going to tank the gank here. Quinn able to finish him off very easily. GPK, okay, the initiation from Pure gets off the nice call onto the Rubick. That's going to be a trade of supports, but now Quinn with the Rolling Thunder. GPK gets off the coil, but Tofu gets chopped. Double to the ground, and Quinn forced to TP during the Rolling Thunder, so ends up being a 2-for-1 in favor of 2B team.
We're talking also about Pure's net worth, you know, maybe not the strongest. We just talked about him finishing the Blade Mail, and now he's like halfway through his BKB. Nightfall still deathless in this game, gonna pick up the mid-tier one, has a BKB and working halfway through his Scotty as well. Gaming Gladiators, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, Quinn does ridiculous damage with this, and he doesn't even have the Aghanim Scepter yet, but good counter initiation.
He needs this Axe plus 15, honestly, to fight back against Pure's Axe. It's 1800 HP, but you're not getting through that with just a Pango roll.
Yeah. Pure's starting to get his stacks up now. Was slow to the party, but slowly getting there. I mean, the fact that he is... Look at Dyrachyo's farm.
He's still up there.
He's starting to ramp up. Yeah. Now that he has Maelstrom Midas, it's starting to catapult.
Like he's not the strongest. I would say once he has his BKB, his power spike definitely goes up. It's Team BBT taking a tier 2 tower. Meta available.
Might be able to go
is it Tormy time?
Steal it! Steal it! And they're going to do so very easily.
Grab ally.
It's written in snow.
Whatever.
Okay.
The active ding dong.
But they could go for their Tormentor. That's always a possibility.
Of course.
See if Bing Bong team want to actually get to that side of the map. But no, they're going to disperse a bit, as there's the Aghanim Scepter from Quinn.
Also BKB on Dyrachyo, so some 2 very big timings. Also a DD rune on Quinn. Of course, good timing when you do get the Ags. It's generally around the time you hit 15, or at least somewhat. So he's got the Shield Crash talent available for himself.
Yeah, that's the perfect timing when he can get the Ags right at the 15 talent, the dream. Yeah, very even game, as we were kind of expecting. I mean, these teams went all 5 games in the Dream League Season 20 Grand Finals, and of course, BB team were the ones that were actually ahead at one point.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it feels like it's kind of their MO to just collapse all of a sudden.
They're always ahead. Actually, no matter whether they win or lose, they will have been ahead at one point in the game, Pure. Also, we've got a lot of item timings coming out, which means both teams will be ready to kind of play the map, but also fight into each other. I mean, maybe Ace is the one that would love to wait as you're playing Doom. You just print so much money that you're always close to your next item.
Yeah. He already has the shard as well. Quinn will be going for the Blink Dagger next to get a little extra CC action.
Well, lots of pings coming out from Mr. BB team. I wonder if they want to smoke up. I don't know why they're pinging each other otherwise. As they still have
Aegis.
Aegis.
They ping the most out of any other team.
That is true. As GPK has Aegis and a gem. I do like this gem pickup. I just lower the capacity of the enemy's map. As Good's lucky shot will protect this ward for now.
Invis Rune spawns in the top as, ooh, big timing. So we got BKB on Pure, and we have Nightfall with a Scotty.
Yep.
We'll see if Bumblebee team wants to try to take advantage of this, although they don't have the Aegis anymore. But still, with these timings, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually try to take a fight.
No, they're honestly pretty strong. You also, so you have a Glimmer on save, you've got the Solar Crest on Toronto Tokyo, which I think he's also the one that bought the gem earlier. So a lot of team items coming out for the Beam Blobs.
5-man smoke here from Gaiman. Looks like they're the ones that actually want to fight.
I'm gonna go for a straight up nullifier later as well for Mr. Doraccio, but let's see. I mean,
It's high ground
BBT have a
BB
great
team. Yep, it's gonna get popped. Quinn, he gets beautiful initiation from Pure. Is he gonna be able to get off the chops though? Quinn with his shard, able to buy a little bit of distance, but no, gets chopped in the end. 2 dead, 1 buyback under the Rubick. Tofu's next on the list as BB team crushing this fight. Oh, another call coming out from Pure. His call's next
dieback.
Triple kill. 5 stacks of Culling Blade now as Doraccio forced to try to push these lanes as much as he can. But my goodness, BB team destroying in that fight.
What a great position for them. Like, look at this smoke break. They get the double silence into the double call during and just canceling out the roll too. Literally at this spot, this fight is already done as Pure just gets himself like a double dunk. Oh, dirty. Boom.
And that was the BKB reveal for Pure.
It's also a dieback from Celery, just to give another jumpy jump stack to Mr. Pure. As he goes, puh! Actually, this is my favorite player cam hero combo.
Yeah, we're gonna need to see that a little bit more often with each Culling Blade, and we can make a montage out of it.
Yeah. I mean, sure, if you're gaming, you're going to be playing for some of these other timings where we haven't really seen Ace have a good team fight yet. Of course, with the one that just happened, sure, off of the BBT initiation, there's nothing to be done, but this grab ally shard later for Toronto Tokyo can be a huge nuisance against Monkey King and Doom specifically.
Yeah, where it's 26 minutes, it's time for the grab ally.
It's time for the Tormy.
Absolutely.
They need to go to the Torm, man.
Tormy time. Oh, they're actually pinging it out. They're listening.
There are listening.
No.
What up, Toronto?
All right, so it's between the Undying and Axe.
They're both pretty powerful.
Yep. And it's the Axe.
Unlucky. Toronto, you gotta go hit some creeps.
So this is the one that we talked about the other day that I find really weird. Like, I understood how it worked initially, but then, like, effectively, it will reduce the attack damage.
Yes.
The person that is hitting you does, based on how many counter helixes actually go off. The thing that's weird about it is it doesn't reflect in the damage that you see on the stats thing, which is really weird.
It's not like Enfeeble or Fate Bolt or, you know, all the spells that actually lower your damage. It's just straight up lower percentage damage depending on how many stacks of counter helix you have in yourself.
Right.
And it goes up to 90%. So you ain't hitting anyone.
Yeah, it's theoretically pretty powerful, and the other day we did see it against the Faceless Void, and it was definitely very good. It's really only the Monkey King that's going to be right-clicking here, so all depends on that.
And looking to
tier 2 tower taken out here by B-Blobs.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Saving company.
Looks like they don't want to go quite more yet. I think they're fairly content with how it's going, right? You're up 5k gold, your TD will always shove waves, same with your puck. And you've got the gem to like slowly but surely take over the map. Leave Pango.
Shield room for Quinn now. That'll give him a lot of extra survivability, which he's certainly going to need because it's a lot of BKBs, and you know, the meta TB, when he's BKB, he can just absolutely just thrash. And he's not threading a needle, he's thrashing the Pango ball.
I mean, Gaiman need a clutch initiation, like kind of what we've seen from Bebop so far. That's what Gaiman need. You need to like start rolling, get a blink on someone, follow it up with like a boundless strike into Mortimer's Kisses and try to like maybe take the puck out of the game. Because even though he has Lincolns, he's still susceptible if Quinn gets this initial roll into a boundless on GPK here.
Nullifier is coming now to Doraccio though. But GPK with a Lincolns now. What items did they have that? I guess they have Glimmer, they have Force Staff.
Yeah, it's the Glimmer Force. It's like the main and you can take off the Solar Crest if someone is buffed up. Not the biggest deal, so it's mainly for the Glimmer and Force, try to keep people in place.
Yeah, they see that Roche has already spawned.
I think BBT know this. Like, Save knows that they're potentially also coming as Roche is up and Gaiman are going for a long-ass wrap around here.
This is a Roche off in the makings, ladies and gentlemen. Coming from the south side is Game & Gladiators, and they're going to meet their foe, Blockbuster team.
Good positioning by Save. As this ward gets instantly dewarded.
Dyrachyo.
They did use a very long cooldown in the Boundless Strike just to kill the wave here.
That's true. They will get some vision thanks to Dyrachyo, and that is a huge aspect of this hero that is not talked about enough in this Roche area.
Well, no, B-Boom, they want to go around.
Yeah, they're going to try to initiate GPK with the Waning Rift. You can see Dyrachyo getting off his Wukongs, and Nightfall's just going to run right through it. Focusing on Tofu, but he's going to get doomed now, despite his BKB being there. GPK trying to give him some space. He's kind of stuck in the tree line now. Can they actually kill this Terrorblade? It doesn't look like it. He's going to be able to right-click right after. There's the coil to follow. Right now it's a 1 for 2 in favor of Bebops. As Axe now on the run. Dyrachyo continues to chase Quinn. Stuck inside here, getting the Rolling Thunder off. It cancels it very quickly for some reason, and then dives to the right clicks on Nightfall. GPK getting extremely low. There's a counter initiation from Pure with the Blade Mail, and they're going to be able to take out Dyrachyo as well. Mortimer's Kiss is not going to find Nightfall. Pure tanking up a couple of the blobs.
I think Pure wants him, giving him the high five.
Yep, he's going to have the blink soon. There's the glimmer. Either way, this was a huge team fight win again from Bikini Bottom team as Tofu still continuing to get chased.
Kills him. Oh,
he's going to get to the high ground. He's actually going to kill Pure instead. The confidence from Pure is out of this world. He will live though, just barely.
Jesus.
And now it's a 10K lead for BB team.
BBT they're just outplaying them. Like even this Wukong's ring, it doesn't really do much. It needs to be comboed with the roll as they just got off a sick axe call, some good coils as well as Nightfall. He just doesn't care. Look how strong and tanky he is. He just gets to stand his ground. Tofu also, both his supports just not getting to deal damage in his fight from Gaben.
Gaben's Gladiators. Not this fight though.
Maybe in one of the next ones. What were you talking about here? That he cancelled his what so early?
Yeah,
that's the shard.
Oh, that was the shard. All right, professional caster.
I was like, what are you talking about?
All right, my mistake.
Quinn certainly does not know how to play back.
Thought it was a misclick. Yeah, that's happened before.
Oh yeah, I love this Pure. Let's see. Oh, what a timing. He went to like 15 HP.
Dude, this would have been so embarrassing for Pure to die this way.
16.
But that's a hilarious thing about Bebop team is they have like this extreme confidence. It doesn't matter how many times they throw these giant leads. They have these just monumental like collapses. No pun intended against the Spirit series that they had, but they still have confidence. It doesn't matter. They will continue being cocky. Gotta give them credit for that.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
11K lead now too, and you've got the cheese on Pure, which will also help. Oh, do we have Torm time? It's Torment time.
All right, another steal.
Another non-grab ally coming out.
Yeah,
watch it.
Another 50-50. And, grab ally. All right, they got the one they're looking for. I mean, it was between that and, I believe, the puck one.
I mean, Game have already like had problems fighting in some of these last fights. GPK now queuing up the overwhelming blink is going to get even stronger and more tanky. As, I mean, Game are really going to have to figure out about how they want to take any of these next fights. Yeah.
But we have seen this story before.
We have.
Not to sound like a broken record.
That's the whole time.
Yeah, but Belly Button team, they've been in this position many times before. Stop laughing. Just let me talk. It's rude to laugh if somebody's talking, all right?
Keep it together.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
All right, it's a good thing that nothing's happening right now. As Kazoo mutes his mic.
Dude, relax. I'm back.
So talk. Ooh, Silver Edge.
Guarding Greaves. Honestly, Tofu's game slowed down a little bit. I thought he would even have these Greaves earlier. But he's got the force to go. So, like a lot of defensive stuff, but I still feel that all these fights we have seen so far from BBT, they always always get exactly the initiation or like the rundown of the fight that they actually want as they spot the Ratio.
Yeah.
They might spot him again.
Ratio. Oh,
here it is.
Comes out from Pure with the blade on GPK doing a great job of preventing any save coming up from the Rubick. He's going to get the solo kill now. Wukong's commanded down from Dyrachyo. Extra armor, not going to be nearly enough. And just like that, 2 dead on the doorstep of the base of Gaming Gladiators.
Wave is not quite there yet. Oh, never mind, Backdoor's gone anyway from the mid-wave, so BBT straight up to the high ground as Quinn even misses a swashbuckle.
Now will find anybody. There's the Ags now from Pure. Fortification is forced. Full minute without your Monkey King. And this, I think you just have to give up a full set.
This is -1 racks for sure here.
I mean, they could go for 2 potential. Another, okay. Actually pop the fortification here. I mean, I guess the meta is the timeline.
I feel like you could kind of go. Oh, as Pure just barely gets his Lincoln.
Meta's running out.
You could maybe bonk the mid tower a little bit. Let's see what they want to do. Sure, Gaming do have all spells up. Like maybe they want to look for some more explosive play, but you have Aegis Cheese. Let's see as they ping out the Tormentor, which is not there anymore, of course.
That's right. Wait, it doesn't say which Tormentor they killed. In theory, right?
Yeah, unless,
or technically speaking.
I guess only if they have Sun's fan brain. Because then they wouldn't know that they killed that one.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know if they fixed it, that you can see the Tormentor being killed from fog. Because that was a thing for many weeks. Like the last time I played, before we came here, it was doing that, so.
Not sure if that works anymore. I know that if you're invis, like I've had a bounty hunter sit under it while we're hitting it, and then it bounced over to him.
And he died.
So we knew he was there invis, so we just blasted him and he died.
I see, yeah.
There's pretty good position here.
Never thought a cube could be so interesting, but here we are.
Here we are talking about it.
2023.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And BB team in full control of this game, and we're just waiting for Gaming Gladiators to come back because initiation. He uses his shard. Nice roll-up action from Quinn. Dyrachyo is alive this time. Mortimer's Kisses. Okay.
I'm just doing a little bit of scouting. BBT. I'd be pretty happy about that. As here, Mortimer's Kisses are down. Maybe they were communicating about something. That didn't quite happen. Dyrachyo getting poked. Blast off.
Oh, not able to hit it, but the double BKBs come out, and Pure and Dyrachyo essentially trading it. Tombstone was placed.
Aegis is gone.
And there's the Nightfall wants to fight. I mean, the Tombstone is waiting for him anytime he wants to click it, as long as he's not stunned.
Quinn.
He's going to get stunned outright. Quinn with the Rolling Thunder. There's a Wukong's command to follow, but he's going to grab it.
He doomed the Lincolns.
And Nightfall on the outskirts now. Lots of BKBs expended on the side. Blink. As the Wukong's command about to end, and Pure jumps in with the call. Coil onto 3. Snapfire dead right onto that big Thunder crash with the Sunder onto the Pango as Quinn has to hightail away. And now the racks are completely exposed. And BB team might be able to get a second racks to go their way. Big advantage now.
That was a very clutch Lincoln stare from GPS. Another good call.
This time onto the Pango. They have enough. Pure with the Culling Blade. Quinn dead forever. 3 dead from game, and this should be megas. Should be a very casual and easy mega creeps for BB team.
They're just gonna get it even without meta. Like, who cares? 3 of these heroes are dead without buy. You've got the drums on your zombie even as well to speed it up.
Pure. This another one finally gets lifted, but there's more heroes where that came from as Nightfall is going to try to finish the job here. The Rubick dies, buys back instantly. Dyrachyo has his buyback intact, but yeah, we'll have to expend it. But this is certainly mega creeps for B-Box team.
I mean, they're just keeping up the pressure.
Celery again from Pure. He just does not stop initiating. Celery's dead. That's a dieback. And Dyrachyo left in a 1v5 situation. Gets off the Wukong's command, doing a considerable amount of damage. Now they can just wait him out. Inside, he's getting a high 5, and he drops to the deck. GG's come out. And that was an incredible performance from BB team, taking game 1 of this best of 3.
Honestly, they played disgustingly